Hi, I'm Patricia Lambert, Red Shoe Savvy, and I'm joined today by Donna Jones of Inside Out Consulting. And we're here for Voice the Change to talk about how we match the depth of knowledge, the experience that we have on a certain subject, a certain product, a certain service we're offering with the audience, with our customers, with the people we want to be customers, in a timely fashion and in an appropriate way so that we are speaking the truth of what we know. So Donna, you have such a depth of knowledge about engaging change, about engaging people's emotions, spirits, knowledge, everything into moving a business from a point where they're stuck to a point where they're capable of moving forward, and to do it in a way that everyone involved in it is now engaged in this change. How do you do that? And how do you find people who are willing to do that? Because lots of people say they want change. Very few people understand what that means. How does it happen?
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's a tough question because for me, it's a tough question because initially when I started my business, it was more a matter of people coming to me, and it was referral. And finally you start asking yourself, or you ask them, why do you hire me? Because you need to know. I mean, on the outside of it, it looks like a name, a workshop leader, facilitator, and they're dime a dozen. So what are they looking for? And I get answers back like energy or insights or very answers I didn't expect. So that helped. But then when that client base disappeared, thanks to some regulatory changes, then the real test began, because how do you identify a market when it's a mindset? It's a way of thinking. It's a way of being open, receptive to learning. And I found now the way that we're finding people, or people are finding us. So coming at it, first of all, from an inbound point of view, if you're interested, rather than me go out and, and try and work it, it's inbound, which means we're sharing values, which means we're sharing a mission, a vision, a higher purpose in terms of the work we're doing. We're coming at it much more directly, and it's much more collaborative and a partnership based. So who are these people? They are people who care about the changes and about the impact they're having in the world. And it takes time, it takes listening, and it takes a lot of sensory capacity, to be honest. Now let me ping one back to you. If there were something that the listeners to Voice to Change were to ask themselves in identifying who their best target market is, what questions should they be reflecting on?
The first question is, what is it that my ideal client, my ideal customer is looking for? What are they saying that they want? And I read their blogs, I look at their websites, I follow them on various social media sites so that I have an opportunity to really get to know them. Now, do I do this for 1 million people? No. The first thing that I do is see if I can't picture for myself the ideal person that I want to work with. And in my case, it's largely women, although I enjoy working with men as well. But what's this woman all about? What's she thinking? What's her life like on a daily basis? Once I have that, I can figure out where she works, what kinds of products she might be selling, what kinds of needs she might be finding in her business world. And I do that through research. I don't think there's a quick way to do this. I think this is an important piece to consider before we've actually worried about acquiring, is where's the connection with what they need, what they're looking for, what they're wanting from people who are promoting products or services like us. Once that piece is achieved, then there are lots of tools that people can use to try to get to know those people a little better. One of them, which has been around for ages, this is not new, is creating an information interview setup so that you contact someone, you meet them at a networking event, you are following them on a certain site, you let them know that you'd be interested in a more significant conversation. Do you have 10 minutes? Most people will say yes, just because they're so flattered that you're asking them for their information. So I think those two things primarily are where I would start to go, that identifying that ideal person so that you know what kind of soap they buy. That ideal person so closely that you are aware of how they're functioning and what they're needing. And then secondly, talk to them, communicate with them. And that would be two of the things that I would do. So I think we're about at the end of our time, and it's been, as always, absolutely a pleasure to talk to you. And I want to thank everybody for joining us. Patricia Lambert and Donna Jones of Inside Out Consulting, and we're here to voice the change.